Quarantine, Friday, May 1st. I think it's finally safe to come out from behind the couch. I've been here about 3 weeks. That's why we had no quarantine math. But now, it's safe. Now that I'm not behind the couch, I need something to do. Maybe my friend can help me learn how to crochet.
Hey boys and girls, it's quarantine math time. I have a real problem on my hands, and I know you guys are just the people who can help me solve it. Since we've been home, I decided I needed a new hobby. I wanted to crochet. I knew a little bit about crocheting from when I was a little girl because my grandmother taught me, but there was a special type of crochet I wanted to do. That's called making a granny square. I watched some YouTube tutorials, and before I knew it, I was making my very own granny squares. And here's what they look like now. So you can see that there are 4 rows that you have to stitch with your crochet needle in order to make this granny square. Here's my problem. I want to turn all these squares into a blanket when I'm finished. And I'm going to need a lot of squares. And I don't want all the squares to look the same because that would be boring. I want them to all be different. The problem is I can't seem to figure out how many different combinations I could make with these 3 colors of yarn and these 4 rows of squares. There's one catch though. I don't want 2 colors to repeat in a row, and I don't want to leave out a color. So for every granny square, I need to use all 3 colors, and I can't have 2 colors that are the same in a row. Can you help me?
What up, my quarantine math people? Back at it again today. Really excited to finally get out from behind that couch and get back to doing some math. This question is a doozy, as my grandmother used to say. She also used to say, "Isn't that something?" And she could not pronounce the word banana correctly. Fun fact. Rest in peace, Grandma. I love you. All right. So there's a lot to dig into this. Okay. There's no really equation that you know that's going to help you do this. This is just a good old-fashioned sit down and work it out problem using some of these really logic strategies. Not even a math equation that's going to necessarily help you. You just have to think through the problem. And if you're confused, you're not alone. The person who actually sent me this wanted an answer because she could not figure it out. So we're going to help her out by working through this question. So first of all, again, this is a problem-solving question. All right, you have to have some resilience, you have to have perseverance, and you have to have a can-do attitude. All right, you can do it. It might take a while, you might mess up, but you can do this if you set your mind to it. So let's just lay down the groundwork. Okay, right? There's 3 colors, and we are putting them in 4 rows. Okay. You could not skip a color. Okay, so all colors have to be used for every row. All right, have to be used. And then the last thing was you can't repeat a color. I'm going to write in black. I was thinking about switching my pen, but that's going to take way too long to edit, so I'm not going to do that. Sometimes you just have to sit down and think through it. Draw it out. So I'm actually going to draw it out how I would solve this question. And so the first thing, I'm going to start with black. I'm going to start by drawing out what I know first. All right, and now I'm going to label the colors as black, green, and white. Maybe you saw blue or navy blue. I don't know. Maybe I'm colorblind. I'm doing black. So the first thing I'm going to do, okay, I know there's going to be 4 rows. I'm going to start by drawing these out. All right. So I know if I have black and then white and green, I just picked 3 random colors. I'm going to start filling in rows to see how many I can draw. Okay, so what do I know? I know I have black, white, green. I know this one cannot be green, okay, but it could be white. And the reason, again, I know it couldn't be green is because you can't have green, green. You can't have 2 colors repeating. So then I'm going to have black, and if I do white and I do green again, I have another option here. I've already done white, so I'm not going to reuse that. I can't do green, but I can do black again, okay? Because again, I'm meeting the requirements. I have 4 rows, I used all 3 colors, and I'm not repeating a color in a row. I guess up here I could put back to back. I was going to put consecutively, but I'm not sure how to spell it, and I don't want to embarrass myself, okay? So that's what we mean by can't repeat a color back to back. Okay, you can repeat a color in the row, it just can't be back to back, green, green, all right? So now I don't have any other combinations right here that I can do for black, white, green, because I can't do black, white, green, green, all right? That wouldn't make any sense. Now, when I'm explaining this, it's going to sound kind of circular, but hopefully as I start doing it, you kind of start to see the pattern. So now I'm going to keep the same first color, all right, but I'm going to switch my second color. So I can't do black. That can't do two colors back to back. So I can do black, green, which means my third color is going to have to be white, all right? So I'm going to do 2 of those, black, green, white again. And now I know my fourth color can't be white because I can't have white back to back, but I can have green and black. So one of these is going to be green, so black, green, white, green, and then the other one has to be black. And the way I know that is I can't do white, and I've already used green for this row. So now I have black, green, white, green, black, green, white, black. Okay, so now I've done black, white, green, black, white, green, black, green, white, black, green, white. Now I'm going to do my third color as black again. So I'm going to do black, white, black, which means my last color has to be green because again you have to use all the colors, all right? And then I'm going to do black, and then if I switch this to do green here, then I can put black as my third color, which means my fourth color has to be white, all right? So now I know that I have these 6. Let me see if I can do another one, all right? So if I do black, white, have I done all the different combinations that you could have for black, white? And the answer is yes, okay? Because I did black, white, green. I did black, white, black, and I can't do black, white, white. So that doesn't make any sense, okay? Can I do any more with black, green? Well, I did black, green, white, okay? And I did 2 of those because I had 2 colors to put at the end. And then I did black, green, and then my third color would be black again, and I've already done that one, so I can't do any more of those. So if black is my first color, then I can have 6 different combinations. Now at this point, you might be thinking to yourself, okay, well if one of the colors has 6 different combinations, each of the other colors also has to have 6 different combinations, and your total answer is going to be 18. And that is in fact correct. Okay, so our answer is there are 18 combinations. Now I'm going to go through and I'm going to draw all of them out very quickly. If you got 18, all right, and you understand how I drew it out, maybe you drew it out this way, maybe you drew it out a different way, okay, but if you got 18 and you actually have a reason for how you got it and you understand how you got it, then go ahead and stop watching right now. Congratulations. Make sure you like and subscribe. If you don't understand, if you're completely lost, maybe you can watch another example, and let's switch the colors now and see if you understand after this one. So now I'm going to make white my first color, all right? And so if white's my first color, then I could do white, black, green, and I have 2 of those I can do, all right? Because my last color can now either be white or it can be black. All right. Then if I do white, green, black, I have 2 of those I can also do because again I can either do green at the end or white at the end. And then I have one more I can do. I can actually have white as my third color. So I could do white, black, green, black, or I could do white, green, black, green. Okay, and again that's 6 different options here, which means now I have 6 if black was the first color, 6 if white was the first color, and then if I had green, I'd have the exact same amount, which would be 6 for each color, which again leads me back to 18 different combinations. Quarantine Math back with a vengeance this Friday. making up for lost time. We will be new every Friday until we get back to school, maybe even over the summer. Who knows? I might be bored enough to keep making these over the summer. All right. Couple takeaways that we want you to take away from this. One, sometimes you have to be a problem solver, right? You have to persevere. Maybe this question took you an hour. Maybe it took you 2 hours. Awesome. That's good. You're learning in this participation trophy world, which InstructaBeats does not believe in. You shouldn't get a trophy just because you tried. It's a terrible idea. Whoever made that up, terrible person. All right, I'm just saying. Life is not all sunshines, rainbows, and giggles. All right, you got to learn how to work hard. You got to learn how to persevere and have a problem-solving mindset. Okay? And secondly, we have missed you, and we appreciate you guys taking time to watch this. As always, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions, you feel free to email us. If you leave any negative comments, I might take them off. We'd love to hear a positive comment, though. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. InstructaBeats, out.